real studio unless you have a dog.
Right.
No way, Jose.
I mean,
Or a studio cat.
So I was gonna say Brandon always had a cat too, but you know.
I'm a cat guy. I'm a dog guy too. I like cats.
I'm a both guy. Wait.
I'm a both guy. I'm a both guy.
I don't know if you can say that these days.
I don't. Maybe. I mean, but yes,
I'm
I like
I'm
both
panpetual.
cats and dogs. I am
Pansexual.
Pansexual.
I'm panpetual.
Pansexual.
I like all the pets. I like them all.
You got birds, and can I pet it? Like that's my thing. Like,
I might bite you, but
Yeah, no, you, dude. My dad had birds. My dad bought a bird. He bought a cockatiel because he thought it was cool, and then he taught that bird to go. And then that bird, every time it wanted anything, would just go. And my dad at like 6 a.m. was like, "Fuck!" One night, I was like 13. I was like, "Oh shit!" I've never heard my dad yell. My dad was like a pretty quiet, reserved, like Italian gangster type guy, and he never yelled. And I heard him go, "Fuck!"
you're like, oh my goodness, mistakes.
It was funny. It was fucking funny. All right, we ready to fire?
Yeah, I mean, we've been firing on all
Oh shit!
cylinders.
I guess we're
so-
firing, boys. Hey, welcome to the podcast, everybody. I'm Haas,
And I'm Hill.
and we got our homie Klept with us today.
Indeed, we do.
And Klept has got a fucking dope shirt on. He came correct. He understood the assignment. We're excited to hear his set. We heard him warming up earlier, and it sounded really freaking good. But man, we got a lot to talk about. We've been talking for like the past 3 hours trying to set this bitch up, and man, we got to know each other really, really well. But there's all kinds of shit to talk about. Why don't we start with like how you give us a little background on your shit, dude?
well, do you want the background on Klept, or do you want the background on
Whatever you think is important.
All of
I
the
mean,
above. We want
like-
to do a deep dive on you.
you've been in the scene for a while. You're a part of a project. If I
We-
recall correctly.
We would like your name, date of birth, social security number.
Security.
I mean, if you got a MasterCard or Visa, I mean, what the 3 numbers are.
I'll put my thumbprint in there at the end.
All right, cool, perfect. That is the requirements for the Haas and Hill podcast.
Get right into that phone.
No,
I mean, whatever you want to talk about, man. I mean, like, what I know you're Klept now. You were doing something else earlier. You were a part of a duo, but you just got like a really good remix out that like hit the deep house charts on SoundCloud. You got all kinds of stuff going on. I mean, like, let us know what you want to let us know.
Yeah, so, I mean, it started off, once upon a time, there was Axion.
Yeah.
That's what really kicked the dance music side of it.
Yeah.
So, getting into DJing, I was in my 8th grade summer going into high school, and for whatever reason, my dad was like, I got to get you a MacBook for school. And I was like, you know, I'm 14, whatever. I was like, okay, cool. That sounds awesome. I don't got to buy it, right?
Right.
And so he got me that, and then he lived in California at the time, came in every weekend, and we stayed at my aunt and uncle's house. Now, my uncle did radio for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And we got in he got in late, so picked me up. We got to the house probably like 10, 11 o'clock. My uncle was awake to let us in, and he was playing on his iPad this app called DJAY.
Yeah.
And he was just playing around, whatever. And I was like, what is that? And he was like, he was telling me about it and whatever. And my dad had an iPad at the time, didn't really use it much. So he's like, I'll just leave it with you, download the $20 app and whatever. And then a week later, I was like, hey, Dad, we're getting a MacBook. Like, what do you think about getting, they make a full-on controller, it was like a box, like shoebox size. And he was like, okay, $120. You know, he's like, you're going to work for it. And I was like, okay, we did.
Yeah, yeah.
And that kind of where it all took off. Fast forward, 6-7 months, I was getting a tractor controller and stuff. And I was playing weddings, just doing stuff. In my garage, for a high school kid, I was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was in my garage from the time I got home from school till the time my mom told me it was time to cut the noise.
Yeah.
I was doing that. And then fast forward, I can't remember the time I started working with Tony, but Tony had left Arby and started his own Conscious Creative, and he was looking for, promoters, people to work shows, whatever. And
Yeah.
I had been friends with him for a while, and I was like, hey man, what do I got to do? And started doing that, and I can't remember how it started of him kind of being the manager of Axion.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just kind of fell into place.
yeah, and just
I've been through that. Like it's just like, hey man, we're there's a team here.
Right.
Let's build a team. Yeah, and it
And-
just kind of starts like that, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
for me it did. It was just like, hey, we're all like-minded. Everybody's got their thing that they do, and none of us can do that thing as well as the other person. So the three of us are going.
Yep.
right.
Yep.
And I had like played. We did some show, a conscious creative show, just at some like Tempe Beach Park.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there was an opening or if it was planned for me to do a little set, but I did. And Tony came up to me afterwards and he was like, "Dude, what the fuck was that?" And I was like, "I mean, I just did
That's
what
what I was
do,"
doing,
You know,
yeah.
there's like 5 people out there, whatever.
It's my thing, man. Yeah.
And that's kind of where that spark started. And fast forward probably a year and a half, and that's when we met the Drip Drop crew, and
Good crew.
Yeah.
that's where it all.
And like,
fucking
it's
popped
ironic
off.
your kind of DJing experience upbringing, because that was legit my exact same. Like when I decided I wanted to get into DJing, I was like, all right, I got an iPad. How can I do this cheaply without buying a full-on controller yet, and at least
Right.
learn the basics? And so yeah, I definitely got the same. I think it was like I don't remember if like Newmark makes a similar one now, but it was basically a little looked like a sausage almost, and had 2 decks, 2 faders, and that was all you needed to integrate with DJ
Right.
on the iPad. And then they came out with a more fledged one on DJ Pro for the Mac. And then after I graduated from that, I got a Tractor S4.
Dude, the
So
S4, I wish I had it still. That thing was.
It still holds up.
I have a friend that has an S4 and he swears by it. He's like, I'll bring a briefcase on tour. I don't care.
Yeah.
And he's been
Yeah.
DJing for 25 years. I'm like, bro, just get a USB and travel light. I mean,
I mean, it's true, but
he's
if
like
that's your-
Pioneer, I don't know, and Record Box. And I'm like, yeah, I hear that all the time, but
if it's your comfortable zone, then I can't hate
Yeah.
on it. That's
It's-
what
it's
makes
true.
you happy, and that's how you.
well,
do
I mean,
you,
like
boo.
here's a story. I'll tell you guys. I'll expose myself here for the first time. I started out as an Ableton DJ.
Not the second time.
Not the second time. Did I talk about this before? I don't think I did.
No, I just thought you were talking about exposing yourself.
Oh, was there another time? Anyway, guys,
Allegedly.
What? I mean-
Allegedly.
what? What? Anyway,
Allegedly.
so allegedly. But anyways, I was on a MacBook. I was telling you this story a little bit earlier. I was on a MacBook and I set it on top of a subwoofer, and the DJ after me
Rip.
just ripped it. Yeah, R.I.P. all the way down, and cracked the screen. And I was pissed. So my next gig, I had to bring, and it was in Tucson. I had to bring my PC tower to the motherfucking gig.
Did
And
you bring your full
I had
desktop
a,
screen as well, your CRT?
well, yes, dude, I had to bring a freaking HP monitor that was a flat screen. These motherfuckers are laughing at me so hard, and because they booked me, and they're like, "We paid for this." I shredded it, but I had my backup. What I learned on was this M Audio. It was like $89, and it was just a 4-channel mixer MIDI controller.
Yeah.
And you could do whatever you wanted with it. And I mapped a bunch of EQ3s to it, and I just did that shit. And I fucking used to play because of Ableton. I mean, obviously anybody can figure this out. If you're an Ableton whiz, even remotely, you can DJ on that shit because it clicks in after 4 beats. You never have to fucking do anything. But I played like 60 tracks in 60 minutes, and I tore the place apart. And I kept getting gigs, and they were like, "Hey, you're the only one that can not play this, but like, guy, you gotta get into at least Serato." And so I got into Serato, and then after that, every place had CDJs, and now it's just
Yep.
I show up to the club with my keys, and we're in, and that's like the biggest convenience for me, I think.
Yeah. And it's
all that stuff's great to learn on, and Serato's fucking fun.
And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter like what equipment you use to DJ on.
And that's something I've always said is that the only thing that matters is what comes out of the fucking cones.
Can you rock a
Right.
crowd? Are they responding
Right,
to
is
it?
the crowd on the dance floor still?
Yep.
You're doing
they're
all
doing
right.
a good
Nobody knew
job.
what I had going on up there except for the DJs, and they laughed their ass off before, and they laughed their ass off at the end because they were like, "Damn,
Yeah.
we didn't know you could do that on a on a PC tower." I had to put it below, and I was like, "I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I haven't had a replacement. I have to do this," and they helped me find spike strips to plug in. I had like 5 plugs. It's ridiculous, but I mean, like starting up is always kind of crazy, and I'm glad that like at least like a ton of us have had. For those of us who don't have access to like CDJs all the time,
Right.
it's really really cool, or even anything, Pioneer Mix. It's standard. It's really really great to at least have something, and
I
you
mean,
gotta
that
practice
DJ
it.
app, I could get that on my phone.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
it was
Well, my homie DJ's on Record Box, and I'm like, bro, you got a DJ? This is so
That's
boring compared to
ballsy,
that.
man.
And he's
I
like,
don't-
I have
I don't know
such
that
a good.
much.
No, I mean he doesn't DJ on it, but he sets his sets up that way.
right.
You know what I mean? Like he'll do it in Record Box because he doesn't have Ableton or something else to like make sure everything
I mean, that's
like is
how
in
I do
key.
it is Record Box.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
hate
too.
to, I don't like
No,
it.
it's
but
I checked it out and I was like, you can set up 2 decks. You can do all I did was line up my tracks in Record Box, so I didn't know the capabilities of it. And it's you could use a phone and DJ through Record Box. It's fucking crazy.
You can't. But
Fucking
yeah,
crazy.
There's so many different methodologies to get the same thing done.
And that's the bottom line, right?
Mhm.
Is whatever comes out of the speakers is what matters the most.
Just make them dance.
Yep. Whatever spark of joy.
I just remember being like 14, 15, just falling asleep to videos of DJ Shifty with his. He had his S4 and his 2 gold turntables he won
Yep,
from
his
the
12s.
DMC World Championship. And
Right.
That was my religion right there. Was watching him and DJ Craze.
Yeah. I really like Shifty as well, the guy that did all the DJ Tech Tool stuff back
he,
in the
he
day.
like quarterback Native Instruments.
Yeah.
At least on YouTube.
Wow,
Yep.
I didn't know that. Yeah, well, cool.
He was like the main DJ that would show you what like he did like the overview products of
Mhm.
just showing you like for example what the S4 did. I watched that before my dad and I pulled the trigger on it, and we watched that, and I was
You know what I like about you is when you were young, you were like, you knew you had to sell your dad on it.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's entrepreneur shit, man. I mean, this kid's gonna run a fucking business someday, boys, and you better watch out for the homie Klept. But yeah, man, that's forward thinking, and like you understood what it needed to take, and you loved your dad, so you made it all work, and that's what you got to do, and like that's the vibe. I mean, like you have to do that type of shit when you're trying to make it. Being a DJ is a lot of work, and most of us are primarily broke
Pretty
because
much.
because we have to spend that time, so we make sacrifices.
It's that artist lifestyle.
It is, man. It
That was
is.
the shitty part was now growing up I'm like trying to like slip him some money back, and God bless him, he's like nah, I don't, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I
he's, thankfully, it's very nice to have people that support
Right.
your vision despite what everybody else on the outside thinks.
Or the odds.
Right.
The odds
Yeah.
are fucking impossible, but you can I try to tell my parents this. I'm like, every single time I do something that I'm proud of, I bought another lottery ticket.
mm-hmm.
So eventually I'm going to have 100,000 lottery tickets a year, and I mean my odds are just way more increased.
have you
play
scratched
if you
any
don't
of
win,
those
that's what they
lottery
say.
tickets?
I scratched a lot of those lottery tickets, man.
I thought you were saving them.
I've done some well, maybe I'm saving a few, but I've done some pretty fucking amazing shit that I'm proud of. I've been on tour a few times. I've done some really cool shit. I've done some freaking pretty awesome collabs. I had a song played at EDC Mexico. So
EDC
I mean,
Mexico looks more fun than EDC Las Vegas. I'm not.
It does.
EDC Las Vegas looks really hot, and it's on asphalt. And I've never
As
been.
someone who's been
It
there
is
3
never been
times
really
in their
hot.
life, it's pretty hot.
I've
and
never
it is
been,
on
and I've never been
asphalt.
because it's in Las Vegas. I mean,
Don't get me wrong. It's not sound
incredible.
cliche. It's magical.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking sick. But the stuff I've seen from EDC Mexico was like,
just another level.
yeah,
Almost
different
Tomorrowland
planet. Not
style.
Even yeah.
Like a little bit more of like an international style
Dude, I
instead of like a
remember
catering to
Tomorrowland when
America.
that was like popping off 2014, 2015. And after my Shifty videos, I would watch just those after movies, and I was like, this is where I want. And it was funny because back to my dad, you know, he would drive back and forth to and from. He lived in Palm Springs, California at the time,
Yeah.
and he'd drive back. You know, that's where we would hang out. And, you know, he had long drives, and all he would do was just listen to music. And he was really into beats, and I could tell, like, he always wanted to do something like that. And I think that's probably maybe what was the motive of kind of helping me get to pushing me over that ledge of, like, hey, dude, like, fucking do this shit. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And that's what we would do is sometimes I go back with him, whatever, and the whole time we would just be contemplating, like, beats. And Timbaland was always, like,
Dude, Timbaland's
still to this day, one of my him and Zoo are my two all-time favorite producers for any genre at all. I don't care what it is.
ZHU Zoo.
Yeah.
Okay, so his song with that. Oh God, who was it with? All I ever wanted.
Shit,
Old timer from England. Gosh dang it, my phone's a camera right now. I can't look. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Buckle up. It's so good.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Gosh,
Is
why
it
can't I
called
remember
Buckle
his?
Up?
No,
Zoo.
Desire. I think it's called. Everybody's laughing right now watching this.
I
because
know,
They're
they're like,
yelling at the fucking
This
screen.
fucking guy.
It's all right. I don't care.
Bob Moses.
Bob Moses.
Oh, Bob Moses.
Yeah, watch the video. If you guys haven't seen this shit before, please watch the video. It's a game changer. It's really good animation. The song is
Produced by Zoo. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
And
I
Bob
mean-
Moses.
and
Yeah.
Bob
I
Moses
mean-
is like God. He's got to be in his late 50s. I mean, like the guy's been making music for the UK house music since garage started. I
Yeah.
mean, gosh, the guy's a fucking icon. He's our shit. I
That's
mean,
the
you name it.
Stones for us. Rolling Stones.
Kind
I mean,
of.
Fuck.
I mean, at least
Clapton.
they're
somebody.
Paul Oakenfold. You know what I mean? Like it's at least that.
Can we just talk about? I don't know if you guys have heard it, but Tony and Hot Pursuit's remix of Paul Oakenfield's song.
No, tell us.
Oh, dude, he sent it to me the other day, and I was like, God. And he's like,
Is it unreleased?
Yeah.
Ooh, boys, watch out for this
so,
one.
yeah. I don't know if I was supposed to say anything, but I did.
No, I mean, send the
Allegedly.
traffic to
Fuck,
Tony. Shit,
Dude, that kid is.
he's got it. He's worked
Something else,
his
something
ass off. I've known him for years. He's worked his
yeah,
ass off. He deserves everything he gets.
He's
Yeah, for sure.
the ish, as they say on Twitter.
The ish.
Yeah.
Speaking of Paul Oakenfold, I just want to like say something. My buddy Future Syndicate, from Tucson, really good friend of mine. We started DJing together at Hotel Congress. We played every Thursday. We were if he wasn't residenting, I was. Really good friend of mine. Helps book for Dusk Music Festival. Really good dude. He just won a fucking mix contest to open up for Paul Oakenfold on Friday, tomorrow.
Well, that's right.
Which this podcast won't come out till next week, but this is the Friday. This is July 1st. My buddy won a mix contest, and I'm super freaking proud of him. But you know, it's just one of those things where I'm really happy that people are doing stuff, and I don't mean to trail off, but you brought up Paul Oakenfold. I wanted to shout out to my boy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean Tony too. Tony is Tony's always been great. Tony was really awesome with his collaborations with Wash, the Drip Drop crew, and how he represented that was immaculate, in my opinion. You know, I thought it was cool.
He's a guru for.
A lot of different things.
Yeah, I mean, he's jack of all trades, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I learned
just-
so much about social media from him, just how algorithms work and getting content out. and
He's a
producing
walking
content.
YouTube tutorial
Yeah.
of like 4 different things that you're trying to look up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like he's killing it.
Yeah, he's got a lot of knowledge. Yeah, he's always had a thirst for it. So
He's a hustler, baby. So make me some noise.
So what I want to talk about next is I kind of want to talk about the chat.
The chat.
The chat. So a ton of us producers, and one of the reasons I want to have you on because you're a producer.
Allegedly.
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 But what we like, I want to have more producers on the show for sure. But there's a local producer chat on Instagram right now. Let's see. I got my notes here. So what we all got invited to. There's like 100 of us, and Phoenix,
I
and
still
we
don't
all
know
got.
who added me to that group, but whoever it is,
I'm
feel
pretty
like-
sure Neil added us. Nude.
I feel like
My
who added
son,
me
that
was
son of a
Tony.
bitch.
Tony might have.
But either way, whoever it was, thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
You're-
it's
that's
fun.
God's work.
It's fun, but and
Yeah.
I want to shout out to fucking Danny Fathom because
Oh,
like
yeah,
this
the
guy
quarterback.
set this up. So this guy's from San Francisco, and I correct me if I'm wrong, guys, please. Especially Danny, because I talked to him today, and he told me what he wanted. Well, not what he wanted me to say, but he let me say what I wanted to say. So you know, we got a local producer chat on Instagram. This guy just kind of came out of nowhere and was like, "Hey, back in SF in San Francisco, where I'm from, we used to have like local producer showcases, and we would have a bunch of people come out and like test their stuff on systems, and
Which
we
is
found
huge.
yeah, it's
by
great.
the way,
It's
'cause
great.
There's nothing but worse than testing that at a set and then
Yeah, like
clearing a dance floor, and you're like, oh,
and it that's a story of my life.
like that's it's detrimental to the.
So that's really cool, and you were invited on too. I saw you on it too. So it's a local producer chat. The premise is basically get all the producers in town to get in one place and meet. What I guess they want to do is they're going at Barsmith. This is going to be on July 15th.
that's my birthday.
Woot woot.
What are we doing before that?
I don't know.
That's a tangent. Okay, so I'm high.
Making a song to play at the showcase, though.
Oh, I have 20 by then. Oh, I know the one I want to fucking submit. I know the one I want to submit. It is goosebumpy. Anyway, to me. So I guess the whole premise is that he's trying to get a bunch of producers in town to get together for a meet, and like 10, 20, I guess, people are going to get together, submit some tracks, right? And then we're all going to listen to them. He kind of wants people to like talk about their track, what inspired them.
Yeah,
It's
a
a
little
it's a
Q&A.
huge it's a huge like conversational thing, right? That's the big part of it is to connect a bunch of people. Song showcases, meet and greet, etc. So they also are about to set this up on Twitch, and I think what they really want to do is get like kind of a live. From what I understand, correct me if
Like a live stream.
yeah, kind of live
Yeah.
stream. So like people almost like SoundCloud, where you can like timestamp
Now I got to learn how to use Twitch.
No.
your stuff. Oh, dude, Twitch
I
is
just
hard,
learned Discord.
man.
damn it.
I'm like, we figured out
Dude,
OBS. for
can
the
you show
most
me
part.
Discord? I'll show you Twitch if you show me Discord.
Deal.
All right.
It's like AOL chat rooms, but for not us.
So anyways, the Twitch is in the works. We don't know. It's not confirmed if this is going to happen right away with the first
Allegedly.
one, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But if you're into this meeting, if you want to meet some of Phoenix's awesome producers and some of the talent that's there, we will definitely be there. We will be submitting. I'm sure you will be there. You'll be submitting too.
You said it's
We're all
be,
gonna
July 15th.
July 15th. It's
The,
at 8.
the hub of
at
dance
Barsmith?
music
Yes.
producers. Is
Rooftop
downtown
or
Phoenix.
bar
I-
downstairs?
I'm not sure yet.
They didn't specify. I saw questions about both.
I'm sure there will be drink deals as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is what
Either
this is
way,
what
it's right before recess. Shout out to Neil.
Yeah,
He should stay
hashtag
for the
nude. That's my
show.
son.
I know we're basically just gonna spend the rest of the night there. But
Mhm.
what he wanted me, well, not what he wanted me to say. I asked him like, what can I say? And he was like, like it starts at 8. It opens at 8.
Awesome.
It's a spectator event, so anybody can come to this.
nice.
It's free from 8 to 9, and I think it charges after that. I don't know if they've decided on what that is. I can't confirm it, but I mean, Barsmith's $10.
yeah, I think it's
everybody's
usually
got $10.
$10.
So you might even just like fall right into recess, which you should do.
I think if you come early,
If
you
you
are,
stay past to recess and find me, I'll buy your first drink.
and
There you go.
honestly, if you
That's
stay
a
past to
testament.
recess,
Use my promo code Klept Handshake.
find me on Patreon and YouTube and OnlyFans.
The OF.
The OF.
So yeah, that's July 15th.
8
Be there
PM.
at 8. We're gonna be there at
Barsmith.
7:15, waiting in line, passing out. No,
Maybe we will.
I'll give you a free sticker. I'll buy your drink too. How about
we,
that?
we still need to get stickers. That's on the agenda.
I need stickers in general.
We're
Anyway,
gonna
I
have
want.
stickers for
I got a
days.
sticker guy if you guys need one. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
We'll chat about this
Yeah,
off
we'll-
camera.
We'll chat off
Yeah.
cam about
That's good because I don't
that.
remember his name. I'll have to make a phone call.
Good. He'll be like, "You son of a bitch."
I know he's gonna be like, I unsubscribe.
So in closing for that,
Come.
you guys got to get there. We're gonna be there. We might even have mics and a camera up. We're gonna
yeah,
be there
we're
with
gonna do
Klept.
some,
We're gonna be hanging hard, and we're going to meet some freaking producers. For us, this is really really great because it's kind of just taking somebody.
The initiative.
Yeah, to just kind of get it all together because I mean the only reason I was on Facebook was to meet new DJs and
That group's the only reason I'm on Facebook. In
Yeah.
2022.
Honestly, the only interaction I usually do with people is on
Thanks
Instagram
a lot,
right
Danny. You
now.
made me get Facebook.
You know what, Danny?
Thank you.
We love you.
Thanks for doing everything you can to like get this out to the world.
To get
Cheers.
local producers to stop being locals.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
because Arizona needs to be put on the map still, and that's what exactly this will start
I
doing.
think we're working on it. I
Oh,
swear to God, I think
we've
we're
got a
working
good
on it,
start.
boys. I think that we're getting close. I think that people are listening to Phoenix. I think Phoenix might have been like before, but
was.
now it's like it's surreal. Like it's
now
happening.
one of the dotted lines on the map.
It is.
And then
People.
soon Danny's gonna make it a straight line.
Dude,
Yeah.
every
That's what
Coachella,
he's gonna do.
every Coachella, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, go to Crescent Ballroom. It's going to be all the acts from Coachella. They branch out. I mean, this is how the business works. They make
I
money.
mean, speaking of, like, I'm so bummed. Well, not
man,
bummed
that's a good
because, well, bummed but excited. So I guess it's what's the word for that?
Bum-sided.
It's bum-sided.
Bittersweet. It's a bittersweet.
Bittersweet and also sublime. It's not the word I'm looking for. It was a sublime feeling. Mark Rebier played at Bonnaroo just a weekend ago.
Yeah.
And the
Familiar?
yes. If you don't know about the Beat Daddy, you must look up Beat Daddy.
If you don't know about the Beat Daddy, you guys are fucking
He is,
sleeping.
I mean, yeah, look him up, Mark Rebier. That's
Right now.
You guys
Mark
know.
with Mark with a C, Rebillie.
Get with TikTok.
Oh, he's definitely big on TikTok. He loves
Huge.
the live streams too. But as you were saying, Crescent Ballroom, one of his first gigs ever when he did one of his first tours was there. Sadly, I missed that show.
Word.
Michael Hooker actually opened up for him.
Whoa.
No
But
shit.
he
Hooker's
did,
the boy, man. Hooker's our friend.
He did one of the main stages at Bonnaroo last weekend, and
No shit.
apparently
I
the
didn't know
Loop
that.
Daddy, that's his name. Loop Daddy, not Beat Daddy. Look up Loop Daddy.
I mean, look up Bowler, just see what you get.
Just look up Mark Rebier. You'll just see everything, and it's going to be amazing.
It's
But
one of those situations where I know that I swear to God, if you guys were on social media in the past 9 months, you know who this guy is. You just don't know his name.
oh yeah, he's the one with the mustache and the sexy hair and all the robes. That's all you need to know.
Doesn't he have that "Shut the Fuck Up" song?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Just want to let you know to shut the fuck up. I think that's him. I'm pretty sure that's him.
I'm
You guys can
almost
correct
positive.
me if I'm wrong. Please do.
Well, anyways, that's my tangent about music. Back to our originally planned programming.
Yeah. So let's talk about a little bit of EDM news. I know everybody's on this shit. If you watch this show, you guys care about this shit. I'm pretty sure. But Electric Forest was the past couple days.
Fucking
I think it's
awesome.
ended. I saw this post on Reddit, and this might be a tangent, but I saw this post on Reddit. There's this group called Dance Safe and Bunk Police that are kind of DIY guerrilla drug testing kit people,
Yeah.
right?
Word.
So apparently there was this. They go to every festival. They go to Coachella. They go to Bonnaroo. They go everywhere. And they basically what these motherfuckers do is they go around and they just test your drugs for you, or they sell kits, or they give kits away.
Usually it's
Um,
giving them away lately.
These people are nonprofit. They have the money to do this. They don't offer any payment really. They don't ask any of the they've asked these corporations to like
Funding
include
and,
them.
donations.
But I
and
mean, like,
whatnot.
yeah, I mean,
But-
funding. We all know how corporations work. It's hard to get funding. It takes a board. It's memberships. It's CEOs. It's whatever. You guys get it. But apparently there was a huge, like, and I don't want to like focus too much on the drugs, but there was this huge like problem. Apparently, this guy was running around. He made this Reddit post. He works for Bunk Police. This guy heard of like multiple fentanyl overdoses, and somebody was saying it had to do with mushrooms, which is like the first thing that ever happened. It might have been the first time this ever happened. That's what he was saying on this Reddit post. A guy heard of multiple fentanyl overdoses. He tried to help with his reach because this guy has like 85,000. I'm not gonna take that number seriously, guys. You guys got to look this up.
Fact check.
But
lot.
he had
Allegedly.
I would confidently say thousands of followers, and he wanted to get the word out. It's kind of like don't take the red tabs of acid type of thing. Don't take mushrooms. He tried to work with the EMTs. Apparently, as the story goes, how he describes it, the EMTs were worried about HIPAA violations, so they didn't tell him, even though he could have helped save lives. He went on this long rant. Apparently, what happened was there was some purple Molly, and it was bath salts, and it tested like Molly under the cheap kits. But it tested like something else under something else. A bunch of people, like 6 or 7 people, I guess, had to go to tents. They were Narcaned for fentanyl. They woke up, but they were just tripping. And I guess, like, you know, I guess the thing that I want to say is, like, you never. I know that drugs are a huge part of the party, but I don't think you can trust anyone that you buy them from. And I think that if you end up finding dance safe or bunk police at your festival, I think you should stop and say hello. And I think that you should take them seriously because they're out there doing it for free.
Yeah, and they're a huge presence at most festivals, but it's been a huge bummer over the last few years because they have been legit banned from a number of big festivals, including
Well, that's the thing.
Bonnaroo,
Well, that's the
like
corporate side
Coachella.
of things. We don't do drugs at.
Exactly, they
Well,
don't want that
festivals
Yeah,
presence
here.
there.
I feel like, and this might be going out on a limb, and this is definitely my opinion, but I feel like they're scaring away Doritos and Bud Light and Tito's, and
They're scaring away a safe environment.
You know,
But what they're
otherwise-
honestly
scaring-
doing is
they're
speaking
scaring
the
away-
goddamn truth about what
right.
Yeah,
what is happening.
And they're
But it's
scaring away
bad.
advertisers.
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
They're like, hey, we know it, we just don't want to talk about it. And then when people
Which
talk
to
about
the-
it, they sweep it.
Which
Oh,
to the
yeah.
corporate heads is like, well, I don't care if it's true or not. You're scaring away my money. So
Yeah,
Right.
we're gonna
Right.
do all
That's
we
what
can
it is,
to
yeah.
keep these people away from creating a safe environment for people that are just gonna do what they're
Or
gonna do.
spreading
anyways.
awareness. Guys,
Right.
this is a huge issue with raves in general
And
and
just,
big
I mean-
festivals. You gotta test your drugs.
And even if you do, you got to make sure you
These
have.
people
a
are
legit
trying to do it for
source.
free for you. So I
And keep
wanted
it
to take a
safe
moment.
for free. That alone, right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fucking
if you're following our EDM or any EDM news on Twitter or anything, you've heard about this by now. And I just wanted to like kind of address the fact that these guys are out there doing the Lord's work, and you should definitely stop by and say thank you
Especially
if you're
with
ever
the,
at a festival.
biggest, like,
Please do.
I mean, the biggest time of year for festival season. Like
Mhm.
we're just in the midst of it right now. There's going to be everything
We're
else
in
for
the
the rest of
thick
the
of it.
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, stay
keep
safe.
them up for sure. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Well, let's talk about June Jam for just a second. So we're in. So we got as of this filming, we got a gig tonight. We got some friends helping us out over at High Score. They booked us. They want to talk about some stuff. I think it's gonna be great. We're gonna do a recap. That's probably gonna come out before this. But I want to really thank everybody that got their shit together and went to June Jam because it was freaking awesome. It was a great party. The DJ setups were great. I really want to like shout out to my boy Marsh from Chuckles who did the sound on the Oasis stage. It was so good. We'll talk about it more on the recap. But I just wanted to like throw some shit out there. Like we're still as Arizona, like in light of like all this other controversy, we're killing it with these festivals, man.
I
We're
would
doing a
say
lot of
so.
DIY shit, and it's feeling pretty fun.
Like June Jam was by far, I think, the best festival I have ever been to in Arizona this year. Well, not this year. June Jam this year was the best festival I've ever been to in Arizona. Period.
Yeah, I would agree.
And like just the production value.
I mean, other than Dusk, it was really well put together.
Yeah, but Dusk was Dusk multiple days or just one day?
It was 2 days. It
2
was really commercial, and I mean,
was gonna
like
say,
not
wasn't-
not against anything against it, but this wasn't commercial. This was homegrown. This was
Yeah.
roots.
Well, Dusk is more established, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
not disregarding.
Well, they
June
they
Jam,
work
but,
they work
I
with
mean,
corporation. They work with the Relentless. They do
Right,
stuff. They book
they've-
big acts because of that. So
Yeah, versus the June Jam. I feel like every local anybody was on that flyer,
Yeah.
which is sick.
either that one or pitch a tent, and we
Right.
should be proud of that
Yeah.
because
that-
every
I feel
DJ
like
is getting a
that's-
gig this weekend. It's fucking
That's
cool.
Arizona's way of saying this is us.
Yeah.
And that's those two festivals right there.
And just seeing, I mean, it had to have been like, I'm just purely guesstimating, but 3,000 people?
That's a low estimate, I'd say.
I would say, yeah. Like,
So at Pitch a Tent, one of the main areas is like this huge field that was full of people. It was full of people out in the sunshine. And if you've been to Pitch a Tent before and you've been up in the trees up on the edge by the road when you come in, it was nothing like that. It was they had thousands of people there, and they had to pour them into like a GA spot, which was this huge sunny field. But I mean, it rained like most of the time, so it was cool.
yeah.
We'll talk about it later, but I mean, it was very, very fun.
It's camping, dance music, and friends.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what else you can really.
you
ask
really
for.
can't go wrong.
There was a
Yeah,
dude. There was a dude in a like you know the hovercrafts had the big old ass like fans on the back. This guy was in one of those,
Oh,
but
a
it was
par-
like
the-
it was in a chair with a parachute or something shit. And he was just,
Paraglider?
yeah, he was just
No,
like flying
maybe.
in the air, dude.
Oh,
you saw
no, they
this?
call super light. Yeah.
You
I
saw
was-
it, dude.
Well,
It's
I was interviewing Ezekiel at the time, and we saw him come flying into the field, and we were like, "What the fuck is that?"
Dude, I got footage of it over at camp. So like while you were interviewing Ezekiel, and I'm glad that I took a like a bounce. I think I had to go hit the blue rooms, and
That's the extra VIP in case you didn't know.
yeah, the blue rooms are the super VIP porta potties. Even though they weren't. So what else, boys? I mean, like, what are you guys looking forward to?
Well, I gotta like bust up this Chekhov's gun in the room real quick because this was my favorite part of June and Jam.
Oh yeah, June Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we bought these necklaces, and we'll talk about them a little bit more on the recap. But these things are super UV reactive.
Just wait for it. It's coming, baby.
Watch this. So,
They look pretty sick. I was gonna say something when I first walked in, but I was like, "Damn, those
well, a couple of us got these, and
they almost look like Copenhagen cans."
I would say like
kind of
of
like
us
a
got
little,
these.
Yeah.
little coat.
Shit, that was sick.
Check that out.
Where'd
So
you get those?
it's UV reactive. I don't know. if
June
you can see
Jam.
it. Yeah, it's plenty.
There was a
glowing
vendor
out.
there.
Yeah, there was a vendor there, and they were selling like hundreds of these, and a bunch of the homies got some.
Damn. In other news, Klept is going to June Jam next.
We're
Yes.
we're all
So
playing
don't-
June Jam next.
So,
We're all
that's
playing
what
next.
This is. And look at this. Wait, don't look at this.
That'll degrade. That'll degrade, so it doesn't fuck up anybody's eyes, right?
But I'm like, so this was by far my favorite part. Aside from our set, that was amazing as well. But we'll.
Oh,
talk
and the
about-
harem pants that we got. We got
Oh.
these Bangladeshi harem pants,
Oh, do we need to wear those tonight?
dude.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say yes.
I gotta go home and get them, but I can do it
Oh shit.
I mean, whatever you guys
With
did
pot
for
socks?
recess.
Yes.
with pot socks.
Yeah.
So Steve and I got pot socks at K-Momo over at the Christown Mall because fuck it, dude.
I'm gonna stop you right there and say yes for the rest of this conversation.
We're G's. You know, we're G's. There's only like 4 shops in that mall, and we went to K-Momo, and we got these pot socks, and they're black, and mine are pink pot leaves, and his are green. And there will be footage in the recap video. You guys will have seen it by now. It's amazing. We look good in these gigantic Bangladesh. So what was cool about this vendor there is it was a couple from Vegas, and they were like, yeah, man, like, you know, we just put in this order to these like ladies out in Bangladesh, and we're like, hey, yeah, we need like 10 pairs of pants, we need like 7 shirts, we need this shit, and it's like bougie festival hippie wear, you know.
Yeah.
And like, you know, crop tops with like whatever, but they're made in Bangladesh by these old women, and these old women, like, they send them when they're done. There's
no
no
date.
capitalism here. Like, you tell them like, hey, this is what we need, and they're like, all right, cool. And
We'll
then
be in
you get them
touch.
when you get them. If you
Yep.
get them in 5 months, you get them in 5 months. Like, I
That's
mean, but
sick.
these guys are selling out. It's just a couple, and they work 18 hours a day on the phone, talking to these people because they're in a different time zone, and they're constantly like selling out at festivals. And got to know them there. Great stuff. There's so many cool souls like working these festivals. If you think of festivals a drug fest, you're wrong.
It's
There's
the
so many
most
cool
organic
things going
people
on.
You're ever gonna meet.
Yep.
So many more cool
especially-
things going on.
I mean, even in Flagstaff, like playing in, if you're playing in the city part of Flagstaff, you're still it's Flagstaff. I feel like can't be part of Arizona. Like I feel like it's so different.
I feel the same way about Tucson
Yeah.
too.
It's yeah. Oh fuck.
They don't. Neither city belongs in this state. But
They're their own. But
They're
that's
their
part
own
of what
little
makes
islands,
Arizona
yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, they've got
Arizona,
Their,
this is
each
it,
their
baby.
own unique qualities.
that's why I stay.
Right.
It's why I stay, because I can always leave if I have to.
Right.
If I get sick of some shit, I can just go to Flagstaff. And you know, with my with family there, I have family in Flagstaff. We can easily go anytime.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime. Go get a hotel room. I got some friends out there. It's no problem at all. So, but yeah, Phoenix is on the up and up. I'm not too worried about it. I think we're in better shape than we've been since I started here.
Oh, we are absolutely in 100% better shape.
We're
I
LA
think
in
there's a
the
brotherhood.
making in the best way.
Yeah,
Especially
without
with Danny doing what he's doing, we're gonna.
Well, I mean,
some stuff's
even
gonna start. And
even
it's
like
not
like
gonna
what
end.
Nude was saying, like when he was on here, he's like he swears it's so much better than it used to be. Like the
it
audition process isn't hard anymore. Like
It's not as clicky. You don't have to know somebody.
exactly.
You just show up, submit your stuff. You know, with this in topic is you send in your submission and show up, and we're gonna hear your stuff, man. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
have something to say about it. Be proud of your work.
Right.
I mean, like that, and that's the best part about it is like stand up for yourself up there in front of.
right,
I mean,
like, walk up there
not
with your
everybody's
chin
going to
up,
be the
dude,
best
like,
producer, but I'll tell you what, I've been producing for 20 years, and I'll tell you right now, the producer that has the confidence and stuff, I mean, he's getting a collab.
Right.
I mean, I'm serious. Like, I'm gonna go talk to him. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're not experienced. I want the heart, you
Mhm.
know, and like that's cool. Like, I want to go there to meet people, and like Steve and I need to collab because, I mean, like we have our own idea of what we want to do, but like every single person I collab with,
I've heard ideas that are sick as fuck. By the way.
Yeah.
Super sick.
Oh,
thanks,
so-
boy.
I gotta.
Thanks, homie.
I'm just saying this guest mix is gonna have a few of your guys' remixes.
Oh, it's all right.
Well, I mean, it's allowed because we'll just know what not to play. I gotta hear you. I gotta hear you play first. So, but we'll get a mix out. We'll do this shit. I don't know when we're gonna release this. Probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It just
Just like
depends.
the Bangladesh people.
But-
You'll get it when you get it. Don't
You
worry
get it
about
when you get it, boys.
Don't worry
That's
about it.
that's the best part. That's the best part about this podcast is that Steve and I get to do whatever the fuck we want,
And we just keep getting content and stacking it, and then
which is what
And
everybody
then
should
you'll
be
get it when
doing.
you get it.
yeah, you
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly.
I just don't want. I
It's
just don't
still
want
gonna
every other
be-
DJ to start a podcast in Phoenix because they're probably better than I am. At this.
Hey, you know what? We're doing pretty damn good.
I don't
will
know. I've
say
heard
so
most
ourselves.
DJs, and most DJs don't touch the microphone. So it's me.
I'm
DJs.
I'm one of those DJs too. I don't touch the microphone. I let somebody else do it.
Oh, Sorry.
I touched the microphone for the first set for Klept more than I've ever touched the microphone in my whole like 7-8 years of DJing.
Which was twice, right? It was like, "Yo, what's up?
No,
I'm Klept.
Actually,
Bye, guys.
And-
I'm Klept.
Hey guys, I'm out of here."
Honestly, I wish I could say
That's
that.
me.
but-
That's me, man. That's
dude.
me.
It was like I touched it like 9 times. I don't know what it was. I've never felt that feeling to just like look over at the mic and be like, I'm gonna grab that. Normally, I'm like, nah, I'm good. you know.
This thing
But
is
this
literally
this
hot
past
lava.
time, and then maybe it's the Flagstaff stuff because, dude, Mario puts on the sickest fucking.
and those
He
people
really
get
does,
fucking
dude. So
lit.
Liche for the win.
Right. Well, and then I have I have a
Flagstaff's
cousin that
amazing.
lives up there, and then she works at the hospital up there. She's got all her friends. They're all out there, so it's like. To me, what it felt like, I was like, I was already talking to these people earlier.
Dude, I swear to God, I swear to gosh,
Allegedly.
for those of you, I'm trying to be sensitive. You know, I mean, it's a step I'm trying to take. But I think we should. I honestly, if Mario hears this, he'll call me. But like, we need to do like a takeover this summer up there.
Oh, and we want Mario on the pod as well.
Oh no,
I
and
would
we want to get Mario.
love
The
to
three
hear.
of us go
Yeah.
set up a show and go get Mario on it, and then we'll just
That's
do
what
the.
I was saying.
I would
He was
love
like,
to
Let's
hear
go.
he's like, we got to
stories
get you
about-
back up here for the summer. I was like, my birthday's in August. Let's fucking do it. I was like, I have a week off of work, and the 18th, I was like, dude, let's do it.
on
And
the
then
18th. Dude, tell me the dates.
He was
like,
like,
text
he's
me
like-
the
he-
dates,
he's
bro,
like, I
and
can't
we'll-
afford so many guest DJs or whatever. Don't get me wrong, I get that part. I was like, that's fine, but I was like, dude, we should definitely.
Hotel
I
rooms.
was like, as if we throw it as the Klept birthday bash. I was like, I don't mind. Like, I'll throw. I don't book me for free. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
The last time I played, I didn't even ask him anything, and he called me a day later, and he was like, "Dude, I gotta give you some money," and I was like, "Why?" like,
Dude, we'll
Yeah,
we'll
he's-
get a room and we'll all sleep on the floor.
Right,
Who gives a shit? Like, I
yeah.
mean,
We'll
we'll
all
get a
sleep
room
in
with
the
2 beds.
same bed. Why would we
Mario's the
sleep on
one
floor?
person that I
because
Born
there's
to Kings, baby.
Have you been? Have you stayed at that hotel?
Yeah, I have.
They're only single beds. They're only twin beds, man.
You gotta
Like,
just stack 'em like
Elise and I
bunk
were
beds.
falling off that damn bed last time.
We'll be into cuddling. It's cool, man.
Yeah,
Like,
more
you
room
know.
for activities.
But I mean, we'll get a fucking room and we'll walk straight upstairs and we'll make sure that we don't. There's a bar that there's
or
such
an
a cool bar.
Airbnb because we're adults now.
Dude, there's a
Allegedly.
fucking the best.
Allegedly.
My favorite bar in Flagstaff is a shop where you buy beer that like it literally like roped off the parking spaces in front of it that it owns and made it where you could just drink there. They put tables. So you go inside
Wait,
the
I
liquor
know-
store,
I think I
and you
know-
buy your beer and then your 6-pack, and then you just go sit out on the patio and drink it. It's the fucking shit.
Like that reminds
And that's
me of,
right across the street from where Mario does his shows. He'll correct us. He might come into the comments and tell us where
He's
what it's
texting me
called.
right now. He already knows.
He's gonna
No,
light
but
us up, girl.
We'll get, dude. Let's get a Flagstaff show this summer. Let me call him. Let's see. Let's see.
Let's call him right now. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Let's get Mario. on the
Mario,
phone.
No, but
we're on the podcast right now. No, we're not. that level
He's the
yet.
one dude that like I don't care whatever's going on. I'll do anything for him.
Mhm.
You don't have to give me anything, dude. Like
Yeah.
He know.
No, we just like we're all homies. We just want to support each other out.
yeah,
like,
and
elevate each
and
other.
your show
he does
is-
that shit to everybody.
His show
Yep.
is home. Like during the Axion drip drop day, that's where I really got to know him. And I swear to God, dude, I was like, I'm pretty much a Flagstaff local. I've played more up there than I did anywhere else in the valley, and that's why I'm getting back into this. And it's funny how I found his number on my phone, and I was like, I wonder if it's the same one. Before I texted him, I hit him up on Instagram, and I was like, hey, the Basement Beats Instagram page, and I
Mhm.
was like, hey, does Mario still run this? And they responded a day later than he responded to my text.
Mhm.
And he texted me back, and he was like, "Oh my God, dude, what's up? Like, whatever, all the shit." And then he was like, "Hey, I know you're doing the dad thing, when you get the kid." And
Yeah.
he's like, "You ever thought about doing music again?" And I was like, "Well, it's kind of ironic. I just launched. That's when we just launched Klept and everything. And that was the first and only booking so far that Klept has had. It was the Basement Beats for Cinco de Mayo. And
Yeah.
but I was like, dude, like he's just he's never not open arms." And,
Yep.
Right.
and he's such a good dude, and he knows the fucking shit up there pretty well too. I mean,
That
He runs the
does.
shit up there.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, you think of Flagstaff, you're like, oh,
Mario.
Basement Beats, Mario. You don't think of anything else.
Well, he's recognized on the street. Like he'll
Yeah.
go to breakfast and be mobbed. I mean,
Yeah.
like that's and if he isn't, I'm gonna start that shit. But like, I mean, like everybody knows Mario, and Mario's a celebrity down here.
Well, that's what's crazy is,
Yeah, I
2
mean, like,
hours away, there's a 2-hour difference, but he's still walk down here, and you're like, oh shit, it's Mario.
well, he's barely down here, and when he is down here, it's
It's a
it's
fucking
a big
party.
deal.
It's a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's getting in free everywhere. I mean, like if he's not, he's with somebody that will make it happen. Be like, you don't know who the fuck this guy is. He
Yeah.
runs Flagstaff, but I mean, he does, and he does it really well. He's a good friend to everybody. He's always looking out for everybody, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the thing about him.
He's such a good human. It's hard to.
He's not even like I don't even want to say he's hard on himself, but you gotta tell him how much you like him, because like he's one of those people. He's super humble, and you just gotta let him know. I mean, like you gotta
You gotta
overwhelm
let him know
by
how
it.
much you appreciate him.
You gotta overwhelm him
'Cause-
by it, man. That's something I learned
Yeah.
about him.
Well,
He's
we're absolutely going to
he's-
tag him in this podcast, and he's going to know.
Oh, I know.
because
Oh,
We
yeah.
all feel the same way about it.
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
I'm
100%.
gonna call him and tell him like, hey man, we S'd your D fucking podcast, bro.
Because you
Uh,
run that Northwest.
Yeah, just don't just don't make us look. Oh man, I mean like No, I'm just kidding. He would never.
Are you
Um,
Delilah at night? Real quick, talk very sensual.
Hey baby. So I got to wrap this up, guys, because I got to go eat dinner and I got to go look after some babies that I have.
Yo, B,
Thinking.
wrap it up.
So
I'll hit the.
wrap it up. You know what the funniest thing about wrap it up was? Is it was
That's
what's
what
his
she
name?
said.
He was
Donnell Rollins?
No, it wasn't Donnell Rollins. It was a fast food worker. Fuck you. I'm out.
You're
Oh,
cool.
So when he did that during that Chappelle episode, this is a way tangent, guys.
Oh, yeah.
He looked at his lawyer and he was like, "I fucking told you." And he like pushed her head, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is the best writing ever!" Like they did such good writing because that's what a motherfucker would do.
It was Neil Brennan, I'm sure.
Neil.
Neil motherfucking Brennan.
Anyways,
Always a Neil.
Guys, I'm sorry. I got to wrap this up. We had a great time hanging out with you today, bro.
That we did.
Thanks
you
for
for having
coming.
me, man.
Thanks for being a part of the crew. You guys won't know this at the time, but we are going to High Score pretty soon. I got to go eat dinner and feed the cat, and then we got to go to High Score. We're gonna go do a recap podcast, which will come out a little bit before this one. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for coming. Thanks to Klept, big time, for being not only a fan but a homie, and telling us about himself. Expect a collab in the nearish future.
And
as soon
Little
as we all have
Birdie
time.
says 2 label releases too. They just signed some contracts.
Oh shit! Well, I mean, yeah, I was gonna ask. The next thing I was gonna say is, what do you want to plug, man? What do you
plug
what
your
do you want to end with?
Well, one they told me I can't talk about yet.
Don't.
But
I mean, yeah.
But one's coming out. What day is it? July 22nd. The House Citadel Records. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know. Citadel.
Sit on my side.
Hillbilly from Arizona. I don't know how to pronounce things, but yeah, we got a record coming out on there, and then another label that I really want to say, but I can't. So just give me another month.
It's no problem, man.
That'll be around August, late August. Hopefully after this birthday bash. Mario, where you at?
Mario.
We're gonna make it happen.
We need to get the fuck out of here, man. Let's set up. Let's make it like cost effective, so we break even minimum.
Talk to Nudie. He's got
Gas
some
is-
production I heard about.
Just get me away from the heat, man. The summertime, we got to spend it in Flag.
Ooh, nice.
We closed out the school year for Flagstaff. Let's open it back up.
Let's open it back up around September.
You can book Klept for free any day of the week,
For his birthday.
any month, especially for my birthday.
Dude, Mario will take care of us. It's no problem. Like he won't take no for an answer. You know that.
Right.
So, Mario,
In other words, we love you.
I'm gonna be
do,
all
in
up
fact,
in
we
your
love you.
fucking shit after this podcast, and I'm gonna try and make this work. With our forces combined between Steve and I and Klept, and maybe even like a tracksuits appearance. Ooh, that would be money, wouldn't it, Mario? Come on,
Back
Mario.
to back to back to back. Math's
B to
not
B
my
to B
thing.
to B to B
Yeah,
for 4 hours.
Back to back.
Just the whole
back,
night
back,
of
back.
everybody on the
15
same.
minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Isn't that how you guys used to run BFF?
More or less.
Yeah,
Like
at the
so-
very beginning, wasn't it just a shit ton of locals, just like constantly, like the residents? Oh, dude,
Yeah,
that's a
more or
good
less. First
idea,
3
guys.
hours.
Everybody gets their own CDJ. We'll
Yeah.
call it that. Yeah.
One
Great
CDJ per
idea.
person.
Yeah.
And there's 4 of you. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
We'll
All right,
figure out a
boys.
night.
We're just gonna play each song at the same time. We're gonna do a mashup of everything.
And then record everything.
Yes.
There's got to be something good out of a 6-hour
yeah,
night.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We have the
Semantics.
You just
Mixed
you
in
get-
key.
I mean, that's if you don't use mixed in key, boys. That's a secret. Thanks for coming, bro.
Thanks
we
for
love
having
you.
me, man.
Thanks for representing well. Guys, we gotta go.
Yeah.
It's what do we got?
This is
What are
fucking
we
awesome.
at now?
We're almost an hour, so this is
Holy
fucking
shit.
fantastic.
This is perfect.
Ain't no thing but a G thing.
We're keeping it.
Exactly.
We're pretty much keeping it all about the same hour. That's pretty great. Please go to YouTube. If you've gotten this far, please go to YouTube.
Like and subscribe. Hit the smash button.
What
our
I meant
wives
was
aren't listening
SoundCloud.
anymore because we're at an hour. Apparently.
Definitely the SoundCloud. You're gonna
I haven't
find
had dinner, boys.
Sick-ass Haas and Hill mixes. Just saying.
Yeah, there's
Remixes.
gonna
But,
be-
yeah, plug your shit.
That recess set has been a repeat, by the way.
Klept.
I'm so sad
Really?
I didn't get to go to that.
Wow, man. Thank you.
It
Dude,
was
that
pretty
shit
appreciate
was
that.
so sick.
good.
Man, that was a B2B. That was a B2B. So we appreciate that because that was definitely like one of those sets where we were like, all right, let's just go. Let's just see what we can do.
Those are the
And
best ones though, and that
They
shit
are.
was
Magic
fucking
happens.
tight.
it was good. It was good. If I had my way, we would have planned it a little bit more and spun a little faster, but there was like this B2B element to it. I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
That's what you're doing?
And if you haven't heard it,
Let me
get
go
your
through.
fucking
And
life
so,
together
like,
in here.
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud.
Thank you,
Hashtag.
guys.
You can find
Thank
it
you,
on our
bro.
likes.
Thank you. I
That's good
appreciate
shit.
the compliment on that. That means a lot to us because
Yeah.
we were like, we got to release it, but like we were, I mean, it wasn't jank, but it
No.
was like,
Like I said, that human element a little bit.
Como se
people like.
dice, fire as fuck.
Fuego está. Fuck. How do you? Como se dice fuck in Espanol? God damn it.
chinga.
Pinche.
Fuego
BJ's close.
es-
BJ's close.
close.
I mean,
Oh.
there's a lot. There isn't really a translation
It's
to
more
it.
slang.
Fuega es chinga.
Fuega.
All right,
See?
somebody's gonna give comment,
Chinga la fuega.
subscribe below. Tell me how bad I am at my Espanol, and
We're gonna get roasted
We're
for
gonna
that.
get fucking,
We both are.
Don't let them know my last name's Vodka.
vodka.
Vodka Shed Attractions.
All right, and on that note, we cue the music.
Brrr. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for listening to us. We really appreciate it. Big shout out to Klept.
And,
Check them out on the socials. We
And then for
will.
follow- or having us.
yeah.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem, man.
Were
We
you?
will have another episode with Klept probably soon.
Oh, we absolutely
So
will.
let's all reconvene to the SoundCloud and listen to the sets.
Yeah.
Smash those like and subscribe buttons too,
Oh,
or
man.
whatever the fuck I'm supposed to say.
Hey, guys sitting to my right, what's your name?
I'm Haas.
And I'm Hill.
Welcome to the Hustle House podcast, and thanks for listening.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Klept did.
Also, Klept.
Hey, baby.
I'm
All right, guys.
of.
We out.
Please cut us off.